second. Okay, this is for the 2021 annual plan. Just need approval, and the purpose of the plan is to it kind of piggyback on the 5-year plan, and we have to submit an annual plan every year because of the size of our unit. So we have to the size of our agency, so we have to submit an annual plan every year. So just need approval for the annual plan. It's our, I think this is kind of the questions that they asked about the annual plan, which was already, the 5-year was done in, I got the date on here. I think it was March of 19, I believe it was.
Okay. 2020. Going to your notes.
Wednesday, what I can't even find my own.
Page 36.
No, that's for the recovery agreement. That's for the recovery agreement. But the annual plan was done in March of 19. I mean, the 5-year plan. 5-year plan. Please forgive me, 5-year plan. So just piggybacking off of this, and we just need to turn this in by March 1st.
It is March 17, 2020.
2020.
And C1.
Yes.
Okay, you did see? Okay.
Yes, that's what I said, and you told me no.
I'm sorry.
It's on page 3.
Yeah, 3 or 6.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Director, I'm gonna ask you before we go too deep into this one, Director. I'm gonna ask if you could give us a summary of what's going on with the annual plan. I must speak to opportunity to take a good look because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get a chance to go through it as much as I would have liked to in this one. But just like I know I read something that said if you check yes on something, you have to.
Give an example. So some of this stuff was already submitted because of the 5-year plan.
Okay.
So if anything was changed, say we plan on to change anything, we can also, this is not like etched in stone. So if anything changes, we can always do the amendment to the annual plan. Say if we decide to go with, because right now I think I put, say here for the conversion of housing project-based assistant under RAD. So right now I know because if you say yes to anything, you have to have some type of documentation saying this is what you're working on, this is what you're doing. So I don't have anything physically in my hand to say this is what's going to happen if we were to go RAD. So, but we can always amend the plan in the middle of the year or whenever we want to amend the plan.
Okay, so that raises the question: the ones that are checked yes, is there supporting documentation for these checks?
So this one right here, what says yes, the demo dispo, I have to note on there because we don't have anything that says that we have anything in place. I know we talked about it, but we don't have anything in place. So that'll come up. That one. And this one. So we know that we did apply for I could always add that too. We did apply for the grants for the emergency safety, the safety and security grant. We did apply for that.
Right.
But and I could just send him the documentation saying that we did apply for that one.
You took off the units with approved vacancies for modernization.
Modernization.
Right. I'm slightly uneasy that we altering this document like this, but
it hasn't been submitted yet.
Right.
yeah, I know. All right. Okay, so now we good. This is
Yes.
okay. And other capital. Okay. All right. How about these here? Those checks, those yeses there. Those it's the same situation.
What
You have to have.
So these are talking about revisions that we may have done as far as make sure that we did all of these different elements here. Is everything still the same? The rent determination, operational management, grievance policies, did we update any of these informations, or are we still using these type of items? The rent determination, yes, because we still do recertifications. Operation of management, yes. Grievance policy, we have not updated the grievance policy, but we do have it. And they want to know if it was revised. If anything was revised, I need to send it to them, but there wasn't revised for any of these policies, either the rent, the policy, all of that stuff was not revised. It's still the same as it was last year moving forward. Now, if I was to say yes, they would need a copy of that.
Yep, and that's where I'm at over here. There's 5 yeses on this one. So there's documentation for these 5 then.
So the home ownership program, home ownership program, yes. I can't even get that out right. There is documentation because we applied for the FSS program.
Okay.
So I can submit that information because we did apply for the FSS program. So we have documentation for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Rent determination, operation and management. Okay. So the reason I ask is I don't what does it mean? Like you say, home ownership program. I didn't know that corresponded to FSS. So what is the financial resources in the rent determination? What do we have there?
That needs to come on. So this right here, let's start from the statement of housing needs and strategy addressing housing needs. That's something that we do all the time. That's what we do. That's the business that we're in. We change anything, we revise anything. We may have tweaked little things, so I can definitely have some information for that one. For rent determination, it's the same thing as recertification, things of that nature. But what we haven't revised anything. So, because it's the same process.
Okay.
Operation management. I'll do, because we don't have anything concrete that said that we're doing X, Y, and Z. So I'll change that one as well. So I'll keep this one and this one as yes. Make sense?
Yeah. So you said all right. So that stuff, there's no changes that's made. We status quo and stuff. We just change.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's the only little bit I got to read. I apologize. That was it for me. I'm sorry to jump in there on everybody.
No, and we did have any other questions? Anyone else have any other questions on this?
Any other questions at all about the annual plan?
You didn't check anything in B8. Never mind, you got, no. Never mind, I see it.
Okay.
I have one thing, if I may. Is it possible that we could take the annual plan and put it in committee so that the committee could take a closer look for anything in the future, any changes that we need to make? Obviously submit this, and then if we need to make any changes, we could still do that.
Can I clarify? Can I just clarify your question? Are you asking for this to put this one now into committee first, or going forward?
No, I'm saying submit this now.
Okay.
But also do a committee to look over it in more detail. See if there's some items that need to move, especially with the new director being on board. See if some items we need to move so that it's not tied up into, so we can spend more time on it more.
Fair enough. Okay. Are you moving it? Is there?
No, it's just
Okay. All right.
But I do make a motion that we accept it. That's what you're asking.
Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib.
Okay. I apologize for that. I thought that was an emergency. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's a good idea. I'm with it. Like I said, I wanted to start. I was going to speak a little bit about capital committee, so we can put it there and let them take a look at it for the next one. If that'll satisfy. Okay. Any other discussion about the annual plan? All right. Hearing none.
The second, Commissioner Brock moved that we accept the annual plan, which is Resolution 210202.
Yep. Need a second.
And I'll support it.
All right. It's been moved to support. No other discussion?
We accepted it with the revisions that were just made.
Yes, I thought because they were made on spot, that changed the document. The document was attached, so that's why I didn't put corrections, because she made the corrections right then and there. So that's why I moved to accept it.
Okay. All right. Does that satisfy you, Commissioner?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hearing nothing else, we get a roll call. Director, please.
Commissioner Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Stroman,
Yes.
Commissioner Wheeler,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brock,
Yes.
Chairman Miller.
Yes, sir.
The resolution 210202 has been approved.
All right. Next item on the agenda is 7